But I like your way of thinking.
Here he is. Here he is. Watch him. Watch him.
One-handed between the legs and scores!
Oh, gosh! Dunn's playing decent defense. This isn't just a between-the-legs shot. This thing has gas.
Look where he put it.
In the top shelf. He is.
O'Neal's going to have to let it go one-handed. It does! It scores!
Their first opportunity to see Brendan O'Neal play in person. And guess what he's got up his sleeve? A one-hander. He's been flirting with this shot all season. We've seen him take this off the mark. He realizes that the shot clock is not his friend. And so when he rolls back to his right, he doesn't have time. Look at that strength, the dexterity, and he beats Krebs.
Big time advantage for 7 and blue. Swims free, shoots, and scores while falling down.
This is incredible. I mean, watch, he's like almost down to the ground. And look where he shoots the ball, Connor. You would think if he's gonna get the shot off, he's gonna shoot it low because his stick's low. He's able to change his levels when he's completely lost his core. These guys are, he's an elite all-around lacrosse player. Thinking, everyone's thinking, okay, he's setting up the question mark, right, at 5 and 5. No, it's the backhand.
Sowers with 10 seconds. Great feed, McElroy kept alive, one-handed dive!
Old school weekend, we have a gate, an air gate.
Sowers finds McCarr at the doorstep. Beautiful save by McElroy. And we had an air gate competition at the All-Star game last weekend. This would have been a contender to win it all. Just happens in the game, in the flow, leaping and wisely goes up top, Clark. He dunks it up top.
It's a different animal when you do it in live action. And Zach Currier is the type of athlete.
Here's Ryder. The one-handed bounce shot.
It's like he's had more juice, more energy, more life. Here's the creativity and flair that we've become accustomed to seeing with Garnsey.
Connor Fields like in its execution with a one-handed shot.
Fields trying to back down Newman. He gets tossed aside, and he did it again.
And Connor Fields goes with that hold, that hook. So he'll roll right here. Watch as Newman holds and whips him around. Fields just goes with it.
What they've done offensively.
Oh, Kyle Jackson.
Wow. Phenomenal goal by Kyle Jackson, who's a lefty running out of angle. I think he's going to go around the world at first, but it's
filthy.
Behind his back, complete filth.
Shot clock at 3, at 2, feet in front, behind the back, score!
World. Are you kidding me?
That's going to be a flag, yeah. And still the Fields over his shoulder.
Looks like he's toast here after the hold on Puglisi. But right there is the seam. That kind of opens it up. The flag's down. Everyone takes a breath. Not Connor Fields. It's time to go backhand and create what looks like the impossible.
Shooting last year, had a big game on game 1. How do you like that?
You can see Jackson just buries himself behind fake. So Byrne throws that pump fake up to Minikis. That freezes fake.
He's got to make something happen. Takes a peek at the clock. Oh
my gosh. Inside roll. He recognizes Goodrich over-rotating, overplaying that. Drop.
Trying to use that physicality.
That's an interesting match.
That shot. Oh, you got to be kidding me.
Losing to stop and keeps his body moving at goal line extended. Curls, turns inside, and then goes
to shoot.
Ready to go here defensively.
You can hear the barking from the sideline. AT saying, go Minnow. Got to go quickly. Behind the back shot and score.
Topside pressure. Little BTB action.
Malloy got things started early for Atlas with a couple of quick goals. He's been quiet. That's not quiet at all. Teeter behind the back.
Fields behind the back pass. O'Keefe falling down.
The slick little behind the back, anticipating that jump. Not only does O'Keefe slip pick, he also slips on his feet.
Here's Zed Williams. Behind the back, post-up goal.
It's either a question mark or behind the back. And Van Raphorst, once he gets to this spot, he knows his hands are free. He can whip that over his shoulder and use.
Fields behind the back.
This is humming. It's just a little pop over the shoulder.
But how do you lose Fields there on that possession? You can see him cut.
Bowen just little
Communication. Piece of Bertrand's stick. He should have shot that a half second earlier.
Pennell working on Rex Road, and Rob Pennell, the savvy veteran.
This is one that I don't recall seeing. He's going to do a little little split at X, and it's just a one-handed shovel scoop shot, using the defender a little bit as a screen, and he beats leading a new program.
There's McCardle. Diving, doesn't count.
Here you can see McCardle gets underneath leverage on Dunn and then just goes airborne. Incredible body control there.
Atlas ball and player movement is what they're known for, and Dixon finishes in style.
To White, and great things happen. Everyone moves at a different speed when Jeff Teet's behind because they know they're getting the rock.
Yes.
I think with the Atlas rolling against the whips, searching for an identity.
Winkoff on the setup behind the back.
Heacock times this perfectly. Once the defender turns his back, that's Brett Makar. Yes, but you also see a staggering stat like 31 for 31. It's jarring, right? You see that, you're like, wow.
On the crease. Let it burn.
It's his body while he's midair. Because if he shoots that without swooping the stick across his face, there's no deception. And Dylan Ward could go stick on stick. He can't go stick on stick when you catch.
Jones absorbing the check. Good job getting it back to Teeter. Behind the back pass. Score! Dixon got dunked, but he's able to find the back of the net. That is a thing of beauty.
Jeff Teet around his back to Dixon, who catches everything and finishes everything. Best passer, best scorer.
No question. Blaze Reardon as well, because you know he's not going to go hungry. Score on the over off the back shot.
To draw a slide here. You see the shirts? They go off of Berg, and that was Ethan Rawl, who leaves to support the Pennell matchup.
And Ryder Garnsey played for Jerry Byrne and Kevin Corrigan.
Feeds it inside, scores, Berg!
Referee says yes, and this is a dime of a pass by Ryder Garnsey. That goal's good.
Yeah, that goal counts.
Zach Currier been quiet in this first quarter, trying to unlock Sowers. Behind the back, what a goal!
This is gorgeous. He feels that front side pressure. He hits him with the BTV.
The 2 days later, it's like run for the hills.
Schreiber twisting, turning, passing behind the back!
Fields, who's had a slow night, but he's not going away from what makes him Connor
goals,
Fields.
11 assists.
And number 2 in the league and only played 5 games, to a lot of these players 6.
Behind the back, Jones, the hesitation, and scores!
He was going to shoot it after he got past the first defender. Let me just run through a couple extra bodies and then add a twister to boot. The overhead twister from range here. I mean, normally you see a twister, it's like in on the crease.
Trying to find a shooting angle, 5 to shoot. Beautiful pass, and score!
Come
Walker!
on. This angle will give the feed justice. I mean, a spot feed, just throwing him to space. Allowing
Credit for our crew setting up and working on such a scalding hot and humid day here in Charm City.
Call Q, and what a finish by Rob Pennell.
To the backhander. Now he posts him up right along goal line extended. That's normally when you would see a question mark, a rocker.
10 seconds to shoot, so we didn't get a reset on the shot clock. Berg shoots, scores! The game winner for the Woods!
Amount of pressure.
Hudgens
catches it over his shoulder, shields off Hudgens, keeps the ball on his cross, jumps up, and finds the far post. Westberg, the former Denver Pioneer.
So really take care of the ball, and that's a really unfortunate turnover right there for the Archers as they try to mount a comeback.
Teeter finds a cutting Dixon over his shoulder, scores!
Dixon flying through the middle. He throws him open. It's kind of a spot feed. And you think he'd go right-handed underhand there as he's diving, but he pops this over his shoulder as he soars through the air.
They pop in the air. Their feet are so soft.
Animated. This Lanian shoots and scores. How did he score that? This Lanian. His back was turned to the cage right here. And he gets hit.
Yeah. That was intentional. He sees the defensive pressure from Will Bowen coming in, and he knows he's got to get rid of that ball ASAP. And the only way that he could do it was like a semi-backhand.
Fling it. And he knew he was going to get popped. And it's almost like him getting hit caused his arms to move in a direction that would send the ball to the net.
He's at attack now. You can't beat 6 just by moving the ball around. You got to bring an offensive player through.
Berg inside between the legs.
It's been right on top of the crease. That is 3 assists in the same exact spot. 1 to Berg, 1 to Charlie Bertrand, 1 to Ryder Garnsey, and that one was just pure filth, right? Between the legs. Two-way Grant, right? This is crazy. We've seen him multiple times now.
Good pass.
Yes! He did. And that's all Grant Amen. He gets the clear, and the payoff is a cutting rookie, Jack Van Overbeek. This is the matchup he wants. Stick to it until you see a double.
Gets it back to his right hand. Had a look, chose not to take it. Ambler behind the cage. The wraparound shot and the game winner.
This is incredible. This is his first game.
Yes.
Suiting up for the injured man. Hesitations into quick spurts and sprints. And Adler's able to match feet. Hannah has 2 incredible goals. A fake BTB pass into a twister. Get it, Jack.
Until we have to play against Sudan.
AT, I gotta ask, have you ever seen him wear the high socks down here? It's a new look for Tim Sudan.
Yeah, you know what? I know he's from upstate, and typically that's a West Jenny thing, but he's from Rochester, so not sure where that came from.
Brennan O'Neill face dodge into a twister near
Just
side.
describe that in one word.
I mean, the first.
Look at this.
In one word, whose father is that?
Andy Towers, good luck Saturday.
You know, the advantage for Utah is 5-4, so they have some hope of getting possessions.
See if the Archers can add one more, and they do. In spectacular fashion.
He's healthy, he's had a lot of time to recover. This is a beautiful shot where he's losing his angle and just stretches out with that backhand shovel.
83 assists during the regular season. Costabile, how did he get that shot away?
Ability to attack a defender right at the heart of the defense, going north-south.
He still found a way to win. And to your point, you know, they're hanging around.
Malone, the one-hand stuff. Entenmann saying he was in the crease.
Let's take a look at his feet. Ooh. That looks clean, and that looks clean.
Oh my God. Yeah, that crosses. That cross. The first foot is the one you got to worry more about. Does the first foot. The second one, the ball's crossed.
But good recognition.
Don't worry about that second foot.
Good recognition by Malone. He's on